Score maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he is good on an Estes as well.
So it's more like all my fan is from Indonesia. Maybe supportive heroes can be shown on the third game.
You know what? With the support emblem as well, healing effect by what 15%?
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's so good. So why not, right? We're jumping into the game, and now, honestly, looking at both sides, Ling, it's just the first series of the day, mind you, but it's still 100% win rate here. Looks like a 1v1 with the Lancelot, even though the Lancelot has the War Axe. Lancelot still not being able to do enough, and if I remember correctly, even First Six was using the adaptive penetration, the one that gives extra 5.
Yep.
And Subway was using the crit one, adding more crit rate, crit damage. I don't know if it's because of the emblem or is it just because of the hero.
Maybe that, I do agree there's a factor, but also another factor is for the Lancelot, there were no minions, right? The two solos. That you can't really play around the puncture here. So Ling capitalize on that situation and just win is out.
I just remember one thing. If
Yeah.
you look at the social media, that Naomi and Zaya is just got back to his country. That's why they don't play right now. And if you look at the coach, it's Rave who are coaching the team RRQ.
You're right, you're right. So, yeah, in the absence of Naomi and Zaya, it seems like they will commit to Chipui here in that roam position. But now with the switch sides again, will we see just a similar of the drafts of game 1?
Honestly, SMG looks like they're not having a coach as well, because just now the one talking about the met was Sasa. So Sasa is resting now. He looks like he's sleeping for a bit. It's just like, guys, wake me up when the game starts.
Power nap.
Yeah.
But if you look at the draft, I think Kadita will not only like the priority ban on this game only. Kadita right now with the new emblem, it only needs around 16 seconds to do the full combo. It's too fast to pick up someone.
Yeah, and Assassin emblem, level 1, 16 penetration, that's a little bit too much. Fanny gets banned out. Valentina banned out as well. Another hero that has 100% win rate. And Smooth is just like, why are you guys zooming in for Zim with that production team?
I love the zoom. I love the zoom.
Are you guys bored? What's going on?
Zin doing Zin things. But game 2, Glue was the silent MVP. I feel like, right? So they are going to try to replicate, but I mean, there you go, Ling again. First pick basically, right, for the right side.
Do you like or don't like the Ling?
I will zip my mouth this time.
Okay. Just give your opinions, man. You're an analyst.
Yeah.
I don't like the
People trust you, man.
You're afraid of the jigs.
No, because it's on RRQ, I'm just gonna say it, right? I don't like this Ling pick.
I love the Ling pick.
And you hope the same things happens from the first and the second game on this third game.
You know what? This time Chipui is on the Kaja, so yeah, RRQ looks like they're starting to draft very strong.
A little bit more comfortable, but we're gonna see the others heroes that RRQ gonna pick.
Wait, should they pick up the Hellcrit now? Before it gets banned?
Oh, it's not even a Kufra. Okay. Okay. I thought the Kufra is not banned out, so perhaps they will prior that Kiro, but no, they will stick with the similar play style.
Imagine Kufra is open, but they still pick up the Cho, and then the draft team is like, I should not have banned the Kufra. They don't even want the Kufra. It's like, why do you keep banning the Kufra? Even though it's open, they don't want it. At that point, it must be like, okay, you know what? I'm overthinking. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm overthinking it.
That's why they tested on this third game, right? And it's a match point from both of them.
Oh my god.
He doesn't even want the Kufra.
I mean, that was a bruise, man, right? Oh, the
Whoa.
Fermis. The Fermis picked up here. Okay.
38% win rate.
Yeah, but SMG need to ban the Melissa because the combo from Melissa and Faramis will be so scary.
You're scary. Framis have been adjusted just a little bit.
The cooldown.
Now I'm just thinking, is there any special interaction within the talents or the item changes? Because I think concentrated energy, he doesn't deal too much continuous damage that the stack will, keep rising, so I don't think so. Stardom Scythe as well. Maybe not the best. So I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting if there's any changes. And then Lilia gets banned. That's interesting.
Because Lilia can use the Black Shoes to get out. Yeah, to get out from the team fight. But I think for the items itself, Farham is still using the old items because he still need the cooldown, he still need the movement speed to catch the enemies. And look at that.
You know what?
Respect ban for Esmeralda.
I like it. Just, you know what? No. So in this game, Smooth has to be careful. You can't just split, you know, just like you don't care. You gotta be careful because the Ghostbusters could hurt you. As long as you get the stack and you immediately jump on someone, you should be fine, but he just needs to be a little bit more careful there.
Yeah, I mean, with this ban, it just shows that they want to maximize their Lancelot pick as well, right? They use the Assassin going up against a gold lane Esmeralda. That eliminates another target.
Uranus is open.
Uranus is open. Uranus gold lane? Whoa. Are we reaching?
Who knows?
It's a possibility. It's a new patch. Let's see your RRQ first pick. They should prio hero here for...
No, like, it's gonna be EXP-ish kind of hero. It's a Terizla. Because they already have their mid, they already have their roam, they already have their jungle. I'm just looking at Zin's face. You know, at this point, you should zoom at Zin's face. If he's smiling, it could be Terizla Goalie.
You're right, hinting at something, right?
But I think Uranus gold lane might be a good option for RRQ because when facing against Glue, facing against Lancelot, Uranus is a good hero.
Yeah, you just don't die.
Especially they already have Ling for destroying all the turrets. So it can be Uranus for the last pick.
Okay, Sasa, go let Uranus now. Let's pick it up.
Oh my god.
I kind of feel like he's still going for that marksman. Hellcrit is still open. I don't know if Stormy will pick it up. Okay, look at Sasa. Eudora!
Debut!
With more fasting time for do the combo, Eudora is coming on this third game. Oh my god.
Eudora phobia! Stormy! Well, you know what? Casters, this is a good time. Stormy, Eudora, like, it fits.
Yeah.
The name is there. The moniker is there. Bring the Stormy.
There you go. I love it. I love it.
But Eudora is a good option to they want to pick right now because like the single target lock for Ling, for Faramis, if you want to use the Ghost Stampede, it can be good to stop them.
I'm just worried that the Ling goes in, he's gonna get bursted down, and then cut alter. And then Stormy's like, okay, I'll see you guys in 15 seconds.
Insta burst indeed.
Wait, I mean it's
Sicilian?
Sicilian gold lane?
2 debuts.
I think so.
Eudora and Sicilian here, we are seeing, but... Okay, so... Wait.
Okay,
Sicilian
okay.
Yeah.
Sicilian gold lane now.
Do you guys have anything to say?
No.
All right, casters, go.
All right, thank you, LaFell. This time we were ready because we were also talking about these real crazy picks happening here. We get a Eudora, a Sicilian. What? Are we an epic?
I don't know. I don't know. The last time you said, oh, this is epic meta. Oh, Split pushing is an epic meta. We've seen some of the greatest teams fall during MSC, but even so, with this new patch, I don't know how to feel about it. Because again, Sicilian laning up against the Beatrix, there's only one or two options. Either he loses really, really hard, or he gets to sit there for free, and Beatrix isn't going to punish him. So, I don't know. I think RRQ have a game plan in mind, and I think that's revolving around the gold lane.
Oh, it's scary. It's scary because Sicilian honestly is very weak in that early game, which is the strength of Beatrix, honestly, right? So, with that being said, we're going to go straight into the Land of Dawn here for game number 3 between SMG and RRQ. And once again, even in the jungle, we are going to see a 1v1 battle again. But Fursic is back on the Ling. Let's see if he can still pull out the same performance like he did in game number 1.
Yeah, he probably was thinking like, you know, Lancelot was a fluke. Ling is where my heart is at, right? I cannot betray the Bay. But in the meantime here, notice that, again, the gold lane, it's going to be in a very stagnant position. Even down on bot side, right? Smooth, he's going to get generally outpushed by this Terizla, this first Litho Wanderer. Wow, I was about to be Mike Tyson there for a second there. Fifth Litho Wanderer is gone, and he goes over to Team SMG side. The Eudora from Stormy, very surprising, because eventually it's going to get outranged by basically everybody.
I mean, if there's a team that's going to pull up a Eudora on a competitive scene, it's going to be Malaysia, right? So SMG just really proving that. And I agree, right? I don't think that Eudora has the best of clear, but coming into level 4 when she gets all her combos in with the buff that she recently experienced in the last patch, I think she might be able to pull off more of an assassin type of thing, right? And already very interesting talents here coming through.
Yeah, again, just the lack of movement speed coming in from both Sasa and Stormy. They want to win their lane so badly, but I can definitely understand where they're coming from, right? They still want to scale. They still have Weapon Master on their side. Darn it, I didn't get to see the rest of them. But at the end of the day, right, it still comes down to whether Stormy can find that big setup or at least that big one-shot with the Thunder's Wrath. We'll see now. Ball Lightning coming out towards Banana's side. It's Phantom Execution from Subway. Thorn Rose looks good. Hits basically everyone, and Banana is going to go down before hitting level 4, a testament to Smooth's laning.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's what we were expecting. We already saw as well the fact that Stormy was able to finally get that level 4, finally using the Thunder's Wrath as well to be able to just execute and put the damage in. And it's closing really actually quite well for SMG here as Miko goes in.
Yep, Miko is going to find that first initial kick, and now first 6 in Subway just hovering over, falling into the hands of Team SMG, despite first 6 actually being a level up on him. The chase continues. Smooth, he's going to back away, tries to dodge from the center of the Tempest, and more importantly, is able to pull 3 members away, knowing that he is going to die. The rest of the team will get first move in the mid lane. However, let's cut back to topside for half a second. I'm seeing that Sasa has lost a significant trade, and a pause is being called by.
Okay, great. Great. Because now we can talk about this a little bit better, right? What has been going on for the past few minutes up until that turtle fight? And I don't know, right? Because I think Eudora in this meta can work. It can work, right? I mean, the fact that she's been buffed, the way that her combos just enter in a lot more quicker and a lot more smoother, it is going to put out the damage. But the problem is she's against a Faramis, which we saw kind of like the interaction didn't really work out, right? You get level, you put in skill 2, you put in your ultimate,
Ball
skill
Lightning,
1, but
Thunder's Wrath,
between skill 2 and skill 3, if they go in for a cult altar from the Faramis, that negates that damage.
Exactly. Now, here's one of the few interactions that we're hoping to see. If they clump up too close, and let's keep in mind that Eudora's passive empowers the rest of her abilities once you marked them previously. So if that Thunder's Wrath is able to get its first initial hit, and then the AoE that comes after, that could break the temp HP overall, just based on pure numbers, right? We're just going flat stats. We're not even including the emblems, the items that help multiply. But let's look at the emblems one more time, right? Because again, you can tell who cares about the laning phase based off of just the fact that they want movement speed. For fighters, it's understandable. For junglers, totally understandable. But then cut to the gold laners, right? In this case, Sin wanted to go for the adaptive penetration because again, he is going to blink Sicilian. He's going to get more value from the penetration than he is from flat magic damage.
And this is interesting, right? To talk about weapon mastery, because a lot of people have actually said that it isn't worth it to get.
It's terrible.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on it?
I think if you're looking to scale, you might as well take it anyways, right? There's no harm in getting 5% extra from not only your emblems, but from your items as well. And it works both ways in the sense where it's not just like, oh, you gotta have attack damage items this time round. No. You multiply a lot of your stats. And once you've stacked into a really high number, that's when you start to feel it in the later stages of the game.
It's very interesting because you can actually opt for something a little bit more defensive, like tenacity.
Could. Yes,
honestly,
yes.
Just try if you want to win the lane out of not just pure damage but more of sustainability, you could have actually opted for tenacity. So these are giving us a little bit of feel as to what these pro players are thinking in terms of the laning phase, and it looks like they're gonna go for more priority onto damage. But now Xin here already trying to put some damage on to Miko here. Oh no!
Miko, he's going to have to take a bad impact one more time. Can Sin land this? No. Miko, he's not even going to take the chance. He loses his flicker, is not willing to take any more damage. Well, if we look at the junglers, level 6 to level 6, pretty even for both sides. 1 kill each, so the goal should be pretty even for them.
Yeah, there's not much of a difference, unlike what we saw in game number 1 and game number 2, where it felt like the Ling had a little bit more to say. Maybe perhaps that because he has a little bit more mobility to work with as well. One of the things that I really wanted to highlight in the gold lane is the fact that Sicilian went for the common emblem. So he didn't go for mage, he didn't go for assassin, but Miko goes in.
Yep, Call Altar already been pat. Thunder's Wrath already been utilized by Stormy. Call Altar saves the day. Subway looking to get any damage, but he finds Clay, no problem. It's going to be the Fork Lightning that secures the kill. Bladed Tempest looking to knock up just Smooth. He's going to get away with grab, and even with the execute, it just isn't enough. Banana threw everything at the wall and nothing stuck.
Unfortunately for him, right? Right now, once again, both of these teams are just trading in terms of economy.
Ooh.
We see that Subway already has that Hunter Strike down as well. More penetration for him. As, you know, the neutral objective is going to be spawning really soon. It feels like RRQ are first to the fray. They're going to set up a little bit quicker. And Stormy goes in for Genius Wand.
So it's
Very
all,
interesting.
Yeah, it's all about that early game damage, right? Notice Hunter Strike. Okay, a lot of stats, a lot of flat penetration. He probably could have gone for War Axe if he wanted to play a little bit more slowly and more cost efficiently.
Oh, wait, I want to go back to that, right? Genius Wand Chipoy though?
Yep, he's getting shredded down. Thornrose is looking good. Subway almost getting the last auto attack to secure the kill, but the backline ends up dying. Stormy, nothing left, didn't even get to flicker off, and even Miko not using his Way of the Dragon at all, could not respond as the quick follow-ups from RRQ take him out.
2 for 0 trade for the moment here in favor of Rex, Regum, Kaon, and that is not including the turtle that they are going to be able to take for themselves. Right now, Cho has kind of been a curse, right? Game number 1, it hasn't done well. Game number 2, completely impactful, not impactful. And coming into game number 3, once again, Miko on the Cho, his signature Cho, not doing so hot either.
Yep, Miko, he's really out of position, but no way for RRQ to really punish him. They don't have the Divine Judgment, and the fact that they decided to go for Quantum Charge here, rather interesting. Just wants the movement speed to catch up with people, or at the very least, if he does catch somebody, he can movement speed and drag him further into his team.
1,200 gold lead once again here for RRQ, and it looks like Zin is already a level ahead. Wait, no. Yeah, a level ahead of Sasa. That's not good.
It's not good at all, and let's remember that he's gonna infinitely scale.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Because that's what I was saying. I was like, okay, Cecilion on Beatrix, good. Sasa's gonna be able to have fun in that lane, right? Being able to get that early game snowball in comparison to the Cecilion, but with the fact that Cecilion is leading this much, that's so much damage already, even without his max stats.
Well played by Smooth there, using his split just as Sepoy was about to connect with the Divine Judgment. Really good cancel there overall. Plus, Smooth's split is going to come back faster than the Divine Judgment. In the meantime, though, we did notice that First Six is actually 2 levels ahead of Subway.
That's good.
He is up a lot of gold. And Subway, I'm guessing he's looking for a BOD. He is not going hybrid. He's just going full damage.
I mean, that's what we kind of expected, right? I mean, at some point they were kind of equal, but with the way that things have transpired, Subway has been kind of annoyed in his own jungle. The fact that First has a lot more to say when it comes down to these rotations is actually a kill ahead with how both of these junglers have been kind of itemizing. It's going to be really tough for Team SMG to look for a contest on these neutral objectives. I'm hoping they go for something else, but Smooth caught!
Yep, he's trying. Split. He's very, very low. Gets on top of the right targets. On top of the jungler, especially with the rest of RRQ fixated on Subway. Smooth. Oh, wait, that's Retribution. That's going to be a free objective. Smooth is going to give his life up for this. First Six, you better secure this kill. Beatrix is waiting in the brush patiently.
Way.
As no, First Six can't. He has nothing to auto attack. Doesn't have enough energy to dash in. Smooth gets away. It's going to be a free neutral for Team SMG.
All right, and that's
oh, the kick
Miko!
coming up for Miko. He's
Cancel.
not going to follow it up, though. He is definitely not going to follow it up. Banana, good damage. Penalty zone. Okay. Gets on top of Stormy. Doesn't equate to much.
See, now that's a smooth Alama moment. Okay, I didn't want to disrupt you. And now that's a Subway moment.
That's definitely, he's eating fresh all day, every day. And now, it's just pure chaos, right? It's about punishing your opponents during this stage of the game where it's about housekeeping, right? You're sweeping the floors, next thing you know, somebody walks open, snaps your broom in half.
Okay, but maybe not tunnel vision on Glue. You know, when a neutral objective is up, you know, let's just leave him. You know, let's go for what's important. Let's go for the neutral objective. Seeing as you're, 2-3 levels ahead of the enemy jungle, I don't think that was the best of decisions coming in from First Six, but that's where we are now, right? Oh, what?
The penalty zone coming back as they try to get the catch on towards Banana side. Miko's going to kick Terizla back into the Miru's Passion. Blade Tempest is already out. Sasa flickers away just to not get knocked up here. As we see the Sanguine Bonds looking very, very good for Xin, but Clay once again stunned up. Subway, not enough damage to finish him off just yet. He has the Phantom Execution, but doesn't go further than this. 2-for-0 trade in favor of Team SMG.
And oh my god!
3-for-0.
Curse! 2-0, 3-0 to now, and Team SMG, they're coming back with a bang. What initially was RRQ, the economy lead, has now been taken back in favor of Team SMG themselves.
Oh!
But what?
No way.
No way.
1v4 goes into the middle, knowing that the Divine Judgment wasn't there, testing its damage, and he knows that at least with 2 abilities, he puts Sin down to 50% HP. Sasa unable to stop the recalls. Good job for Banana to position himself to block the shots just in case.
Now, both of the junglers don't have Retribution, right? With the Lord already there, I don't know who's going to be setting up first. I don't know if anyone wants to go for a pick-off before they go for it, right? Seeing as Subway is level 13, Fursic still does have level 1 above, but oh my god, do they know Miko? Stormy, no!
He's dead. He's dead.
That's it.
The way of the dragon, straight into the ball of thunder, into the Thunder's Wrath. Oh, sorry, Ball Lightning into Thunder's Wrath. Nah. Team SMG, they're reading RRQ like a book right now.
And that's a beautiful combo wombo that we've been waiting for. Eudora and Miko, that pickup potential is nasty, and that's what they use it for. Miko goes in for something else, doesn't commit onto it. But yeah, so they anticipate that Ling is going to go for the side lane pressure, trying to go for more split pushes, trying to be alone in the lane. And that's exactly what Stormy and Miko, the combo almost was built for. And now, Fursic needs to be very careful, and he needs more information if he wants to go for those side lane pushes.
Here's the thing. Somebody, somewhere, somehow needs to communicate with Clay in these team fights when to actually pop it. Clay has been very consistent, but let's keep in mind that RRQ have no idea who exactly is going to be the primary target. Is it going to be the jungle? For neutral objectives, that makes sense. But once they start pushing into that high ground, I think, the priority is going to shift more towards Sin.
Smooth.
He can tank it. Look at him. He's a big boy.
Okay, we'll see. I mean, Zin's getting those stacks. It's already 11 minutes. Should be 200 stacks already, but wait a minute.
Oh, the
Miko?
T-zone just to stop it into the Divine Judgment Smooths, and oh, he tries to survive this, but it doesn't really matter. They are going to find the double kill with the trade back coming in straight away from Bennett's Rage. And now it's going to be first 6. He's taking way too much damage. He pulls backwards as the defense comes on through. RRQ will clear the bottom side.
Very powerful high ground in Sicilian, right? I think that's one of the benefits of having it. The fact that you can go into the late game and still benefit from it. And the fact that you have so much clear and that high ground is going to be very important. And even look at his itemization. Clock of Destiny into the Lightning Truncheon. More damage, more mana, which really, really helps the Sicilian, who's very, I would say, really bad with mana, right? You can't really spam as well on that skill 1 or the Bat Impact without this combo. And now he goes into the Divine Glaive. So even if, let's say, Team SMG goes in for magic defense, like you can already see Athena's shield being built by 2 members here, it's still gonna go through.
It's still gonna go through.
And
that's the beauty.
And it increased, right?
Yep. And wait, hold on. SMG in position, no concealed play just yet. But no, yes, it does totally work. It does totally work that way. And I think, even for Sin, he recognizes that. He's taking his time. He's eventually going to get that Ice Queen's wand to make it even harder for Team SMG to walk away from a fight.
I would honestly... I think I'd build Winter.
Really? Straight away into Winter?
I think I'd go a little bit greedy. I'd go for maybe Holy, and then I'd go Winter.
Really?
I wouldn't use
Ice
Queen Wand. Oh, what happened there?
I mean, you see Fursic,
Oh,
he's trying to dodge
no!
the ability. See, boy, he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind. He
Okay.
can take the damage, right? You can definitely tell that there's a difference as Sasa gets detained by Banana, who flickers forward on him. He needs to be able to dodge this next ability. Oh, goes down straight away. Is the backline getting attacked by Smooth? If he's able to find one, that's already a big win, and it looks like Sin might actually be going down, trying to cut off his ways backwards, and finally will have to walk into the Globule. Ends up giving the kill over to First Six's side as Subway. Oh my god, look at that damage! Where did he go? 70%, no defense. Goodbye, First Six.
Insane by Team SMG, the way that they're playing around these team fights. 2-for-2 trade, still in favor of Team SMG right now, seeing as Fursic is off the board. Subway, they're gonna go straight for the neutral objective. I'm not sure if they want to commit onto this. With Chipoy, Banana, and Faramis, Clay left. They could totally go for it.
They could totally go for it, right? No, the damage on towards Banana's side is ridiculous. They find the hit onto Clay. They force it to flicker out. All battle spells are down for 6. He's coming back up in 1 second, so they can start rushing it right now. And Simboy, he's ready for the opportunity to get on top of Subway. Miko making it difficult. Way the Dragon to come out. They're rushing it now, and it's going to be falling into the hands of Team SMG. Miko is trying to run away as the Blade Tempest comes out. Stormy ends up falling. With the call Altar, nobody ends up dying from the side of RRQ as they push them away and find 2 back despite losing the Lord.
And yet still, they have the Lord to claim, right? They're still going to be able to push the tempo. I know they lose 2 members, but here it looks like RQ, they're going to be able to take that 3rd tier turret. But with the Lord being able to be secured, it feels like Team SMG, they should still be very comfortable. But the problem is now, how long are they going to stay comfortable? Because we're entering minute number 14. We're getting into that mid towards that late game. And like you mentioned, the longer this game persists, RRQ, they're going to be able to have a little bit more of an advantage just because of the Sicilian pick alone. And in that previous team fight, Sicilian was picked off first. Winter Truncheon, man.
And Subway in the middle of this fight tries to chunk out as many people as possible. Clay refused, doesn't have his call Altar, just got it up back up now. Subway has done a lot of work, and now Smooth is next on the chopping block. He's in the middle of all 4, forcing out movements from RRQ's side. Goes into his globules. First 6 is able to make something happen, but C-Point gets kicked in the back line and followed up with a quick pickoff from Sasa to ensure that they find 2 here. Well played from Team SMG. Despite the distractions, they are still razor focused.
1 for 2 trade in favor of Team SMG. They're pushing the tempo here in the mid lane.
Yep, and they secure the kill once again from Stormy. He's willing to die for this. His life for hire. Smooth in the middle of the fight using his slam into grab to get himself out of there. And looks like RRQ, they're coming back from this.
Okay, they're still able to fend for now. You can see here Fursic, they understand that with the map control coming in from Team SMG, he wants to get his buffs way before they go in for an invade. Fursic using his retribution onto Miko. Very interesting as we take a look at the damage leaderboard. And like you mentioned, right, Subway with that much damage. What's his... Okay, he went for Malefic Roar, BOD, Endless Battle, and Hunter Strike. Full damage there.
I mean, the game devs were like, we really want to make sure that Lancelot is going to be rewarded for playing good, you know?
And it makes sense with the nerf on his 2nd skill, right? They decreased his damage.
Exactly.
But it can be increased based on the physical...
You're right there.
Physical attack coming in from his items. There
we go. It was right at the tip of your tongue.
Guys.
See, we are still catching up with this patch. There's so much to learn about it. But in this case, I don't know whether this is an oversight, right? Because if it takes 2 abilities for Subway, all he's got to do is get his stacks up, go into the middle of the fight, Thorn Rose into his Phantom Execution. He might just one-shot the backline entirely.
Scary. And then now he goes in for a little bit more, I would say, protection, right? He goes in for the Rose Gold Meteor, just in case things don't work the way that he wants it. And he still does get damage coming in from it as well, so killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, it really is killing 2 birds with 1 stone. But it kind of makes sense why his emblems, sorry, not his emblems, but his talent choice was of this sort, right? Now he's getting a lot of value, but more importantly, see them actually continue the pace. Topside, RRQ looking to actually control this side of the map. Miko spots everybody out first, and now they could potentially look for the flank. They check Pixel Brush, they see Smooth there. Tarisla's going to get on top of him, and now the damage is extremely relevant. Smooth, recognizing that he can't actually tank as much as he would like to. Here comes the conceal play. They find the suppression on towards Miko's side. 50%, he's about to die. Flicker income, penalty zone actually catches Stormy out, forcing him to flicker. He knows he's going to go down, but he can't find any single targets. Phantom Execution coming up from Subway's side as Smooth is able to hold all 4 backwards. Call Altar has been utilized, and Winter Truncheon is put sitting out of position. Sasa able to finish him off with Nibiru's Passion, and now with that, RRQ, they're backing off. The split has done its job. Smooth gets pulled back by the Shadow Stampede. He will lose his immortality. Sasa, is he able to get back into that fight? Mega kill into the hands of RRQ. They walk away 2-1 with a free trade.
I'm so confused. I'm confused with that team fight, right? Did you see the impact that Smooth had with just walking towards RRQ? Nobody from the side of RRQ paid attention to Sasa at all. And then he
just
was able to
like
go in for the
this.
damage, but Miko!
Yeah, Miko, he almost gets for. Oh my god, first 6 almost dying there. Miko ends up trying his best, but the Winds of Nature already coming out. Sepoy locking Sasa down with Divine Judgment, and finally we see Subway. Is he able to secure this? Yes, he does, just in time. Can he outplay the Call Altar with all 3 people? He dashes back out, and yes, he doesn't need to outplay it if he can just run away.
3-4-1 trade, but Team SMG is going to be able to win it out in that neutral objective again. And that team fight kind of annoyed me, right? Because RRQ, they are fully aware that the damage coming from Sasa is there, right? Look at his itemization. He's already going full damage. He has his power spike. He's on a Beatrix. And yet, nobody from the side of RRQ actually went into the backline to take him out. And then Xin gets taken out by the Bennett's Rage from Beatrix.
Well,
that annoys me.
I mean, that annoys you, but then let's take it from the perspective of Sasa, what that looks like, right? He goes into Beer's Passion, he's like, I got you, Sin. I'm the best player. I'm the best gold laner ever. Next thing you know, Banana is flickering on top of him with the penalty zone, and then first thing's like, wow, this is the easiest cleanup of my life. And they also get like Stormy at the same time. So I think right now it's a battle between, yes, great playmakers, but more importantly, the mid laners, right? Because they make the biggest difference with the Paul Ultra and the full combination of the Fork Lightning into maybe even the Ball Lightning. Now, they're going to take their time here. Luminous Lord is going to crash and break the top inhibitor. Mid inhibitor is still alive, but they can wait for that second wave. Subway, he's going to be on the opposite side. That was one auto attack onto First Six's side. One auto attack, and he lost 20% of, if not more, of his HP.
That's a lot of damage.
Look, no amount of flex tape is saving him from that one, man. Oh boy, Sepoy, he's going to open up the map with Banana's help. Don't know that Stormy's here. He's going to go for the combo, but it's not enough, especially with his body of iron.
Oh, Smooth.
Actually, a good idea. I see the angle, but the housekeeping needs to be done.
But even then, 2,600 gold lead for Team SMG here. And oh, what?
He's gone. Wow.
What?
Oh, look, he's going to go for more. And Sepoy, he is running. I don't know if that's going to be a mistake or not. Thorn Rose is able to dodge a good amount as Banana is able to get into that backline with penalty zone, leaving Smooth all by himself, but he doesn't have a good position. Clay, he moves on forward. Great attempt at the Ghost Bursters, but now First Six, everybody is low. It looks good for him, but with no purple buff, unable to continue it over. Okay, Smooth, you just need to go down. Like, Miko doesn't deserve this type of harassment. He is able to flicker out with the perfect timing despite the Shadow Stampede and lives for this. How? How is Miko and Smooth alive?
It's insane. It's insane mechanics there. But you can see finally that RRQ are more comfortable when it comes to the defense, right? Because they have the high ground coming in from Xin. They have the damage already now that it's entering minute number 21. And so they have a little bit more to say, especially Xin has the Purify. So in case Miko goes in, tries to flicker in Jet Kundo, Way of Dragon, so on and so forth, Xin can purify out of that. So it puts Team SMG in a little bit of a more tough position to try and take that backline off, especially when they're on the defense. But when things are kind of a little bit more chaotic like this with the way they have decided to position themselves, I think Team SMG can actually find a more advantageous play. Seeing as Miko, look at Miko already.
Yep, he's trying to slow them down here. Miko doing God's work. He's going to get pulled back by literally everything. Divine Judgment, everything has been expanded on him. That's going to be Nibiru's Passion already expanded. Rolls out of there as Banana gets on top of him with penalty zone, but the back line Smooth now able with free reign to walk and dish out damage to whoever he wants. First Six is hiding behind. They've already found one into Banana. Miko still alive. Xin loses his immortality. Nobody wants to get in, and First Six just watching his member die one by one just to get on top of Subway. He gives up on that chase as well. Nothing seems to be going into the hands of RRQ. A 2-for-nothing trade as Smooth chases him down. And this is looking rather grim.
Nothing's going right.
Stormy is very nearby, and with a full combination, Clay is able to walk out with the Shadow Stampede just in time, so he doesn't get hit by the second part of it, and First Six is able to find one, able to break the immortality of the second, and then Smooth should finally go down. Hey, Sepoy, why are you taking the kills, bro?
AKA Free Lord. AKA Free Lord for the side of Team SMG, just like that. And that's what I mentioned, right? If they're able to work around and play around these team fights like they did before, then it's going to be a lot easier for Team SMG to get more benefits out of it. Because they have a lot to work with, right? They have Subway, who's going full damage. He can go in, use his damage, go to the back line, puts in a little low, and then they have to be aware of Sasa, but they also have to be really aware of where Stormy is, not to mention Miko, and Smooth just being the annoying frontliner that he is. So a lot more creativity from Team SMG, and it looks like RRQ are completely struggling with it. And the fact is, I need to remind everyone watching right now that both of these teams are fighting for their tournament lives. If RRQ lose this, they're not going to be able to continue on into the tournament, and neither will Team SMG. But for RRQ, with how dominant they have been for the past few years, not qualifying for something like this is going to be a huge hit to not just themselves, but the entire fan base for the Kingdom.
I think people are too hypercritical of the Kingdom, right? I mean, this is a transitional phase, right? In Magic Chess, we call this a pivot in composition, right? And that's what they're doing with their roster so far. You can't expect them to be absolutely the best, especially since they've changed out a majority of their players and mixing and matching with teammates who might not necessarily have the same similar chemistry. So they've got some things to figure out as the Phantom Execution into the way of the Dragon on towards Clay's side. Altar hasn't been popped just yet, but Thunder's Wrath is going to take him out. It's now Smooth. He's chasing them down one by one. Stormy and Sasa already gone. RRQ have not been able to get away from Smooth just yet. Sin has done his damage as Miko is on the run. Subway can only do so much. Sin finally falls. Banana sustained through all of it thanks to his Brave Smite. And now Smooth has to go into that split form despite Clay walking him down.
It's so difficult, right? Because even if they're relying on Xin for that damage, the way that Smooth has been playing these team fights, he doesn't care. He doesn't care if he dies, honestly. As long as he's able to get, I would say, Xin a little bit low, wait for Subby to go in for the execution, then that's it. And Xin just rendered useless with how much damage that he's supposed to have on the team. And maybe there's an issue with perhaps how much magic damage that RQ are relying on right now with their composition, but the fact is, with 3 members already down from Team SMG, it looks like RQ, they want to push the tempo, they want to be able to take this as soon as possible, and the question is, can they?
They're trying to. Subway is able to clear that wave out, but not in before they're able to get the inhibitor turret. Subway loses his immortality. This could be a moment he could try to outplay Winter Truncheon instantaneously, but they don't give him a chance immediately when he's out of it. Even Smooth getting the split on towards Clay's side to give vision towards Stormy. He knows that there's 3 people. He's going to get back out of there. Who wants to walk into range first? Nobody. RRQ back off.
4,700 gold lead here in the 25th minute of the game, but looking at the items, right, it feels like everyone is already full item, so I guess the gold lead doesn't make that much of a difference, more so towards resource allocation of both of these teams. Looks like RRQ, they're gonna go for the setup a lot quicker than Team SMG.
I think at this point, Stormy's thinking to himself, maybe I should have built a Clock of Destiny at some point, but here comes Team SMG from the right flank, looking for an opportunity. Sees Banana, Smooth in the middle of that fight with a split, and they give it up. They've decided this is not a good position, but Smooth is going to get chased down by First Six. The kill should happen here. Winter Truncheon or not, Smooth goes down. Stormy, realizing he's out of position, has to regroup with the team.
It was unfortunate for Team SMG that they had to lose Subway there, right? So there wasn't really much of a chance for Team SMG to contest this one. And the fact that they now lose Smooth with a 60-second death timer on him here in the 26th minute of the game, it's not exactly ideal for Team SMG as RRQ. They're looking to push the mid, but luckily for SMG, the waves aren't crashing at the same time, so not as much pressure, but it's still a lot to work with.
Yeah, Sasai cannot afford to die. Bennett's Rage is going to come out first, but they need to rush this down. Clay is going to be moving forward with the Shadow Stampede, zoning the rest of them out. The suppression is good, and now Sin's still alive. Oh, he goes down
Tower.
Regardless, but they still rush down the tower. GG, well played for RRQ, pushing Sasa so far deep into the base that he could not affect this high ground defense.
2-1 for RRQ. The Kingdoms are smiling all over the world with how much doubt that they had on the team, the fact that they were able to take down a team as strong as Team SMG that actually pushes them forward into Group E, if I'm not mistaken. So they have to go through a new bracket, but there is a fighting chance for RRQ to still make it into the Challenge Finals in Jakarta.
Yeah, that's a chance, but only if they beat the homeboys right after, right? They're the gatekeepers at this point. There's one more match that they need to play to qualify for the LCQ, so good luck to them in that match. But in the meantime, holy cow,